that girl still hasn't realized anything. She took everything I said seriously and now thinks she's a perfect person. Honestly, seeing her so smug just makes me laugh. Amelia, don't you think that's going too far? She really trusts you, you know? Isn't that a bit cruel? Cruel? I'm just giving her a little help. She doesn't understand anything yet, so someone's got to teach her. If it weren't for me, she'd just keep making a fool of herself out there. But why go that far? If you're really her friend, isn't that unnecessary? It just looks like jealousy to me. Jealousy? No, that's not it. It just annoys me to see her doing so much better than me at everything. Not just with her boyfriend. Whether it's work or love, she could give me a little room to be happy, right? I deserve happiness too. So are you saying ruining her happiness will make you happy? It's not about ruining it. It's just that she needs to see reality a little better. I'm just helping her a bit so she can find what truly matters to her. I mean, without a little push she wouldn't grow, right? But what if she realizes what you're doing? It might not just end your friendship, it could backfire and leave you isolated. There's no way she'd notice. She completely trusts me. Do you even know how skillfully I'm doing this? I subtly hinted to her boss so she'd start making mistakes at work. If she keeps messing up, people will naturally start doubting her, right? Amelia, you're really going that far? Of course. All I have to do is drop a small hint to the boss, like she's a bit inefficient. Everything works out perfectly after that. I just play the good friend while pulling a few strings behind the scenes. And watching her slowly crumble on her own is thrilling. Honestly, your approach, it's kind of scary. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm just giving her a life lesson. If she stumbles over something like this, it just means she wasn't capable to begin with. Actually, don't you think it's a good chance to show her the real her? But isn't she your friend? Are you really satisfied going this far? Satisfied? Yes. The world's all about competition, right? If her failure can push me even a little higher, isn't that ideal? Not everyone can be a winner, so I'm just doing what I can to win. Her mistakes are a benefit to me too. You really believe you're in the right, don't you? Of course I do. She should be grateful I'm teaching her life isn't easy. Besides, if she feels stressed with work and love, she'll realize how powerless she really is. Only then will she understand the value of having a friend. You are unbelievable. Madeline, what's up? It's been a while since we last talked. How have you been? I feel like everything's going great on my end. Just thought I'd reach out on WhatsApp. Amelia, it's been a while. It was a bit surprising to get a message out of the blue. What's up? We're not exactly in touch often, so I get a little wary when I hear from you. Well, I'll listen, but what's this about? Yeah, it really has been a while. I just wanted to know how you've been these past 6 months. I get excited thinking you might be wallowing in misery. Are you living exactly as I imagined? Or is your life even worse than that? Not at all. Actually, my days are peaceful and happy. It's wonderful to cherish my own time and focus on what I love. I feel lighter, free from all the chaos of before. So no, I'm not living miserably. It might be different from what you think. Oh, come on, stop pretending. You're obviously miserable. That's such a blatant lie, anyone could see through it. You're probably falling apart, almost ready to cry. Why don't you just be honest instead of forcing it? For you to suddenly bring this up, is there a reason behind it? It feels like something from the past, but is it really worth reaching out over now? Is there something you want to say? Or are you trying to drag me into something again? The wedding with the guy I took from you is set. So, surprised? Excited, right? I'd love to hear you say something. I mean, maybe I should have told you in person, but WhatsApp is fine for this, don't you think? Though, I'm disappointed your reaction's so dull. Oh, really? Well, congratulations. If you're happy, that's all that matters, right? But I don't quite get why you felt the need to tell me. Don't you have more important people to share this with? Oh, come on, acting uninterested, but I know you're really upset. Probably biting your lip on the verge of tears, right? I can feel how frustrated you are, even through the screen. Trying to stay calm is totally see-through. Honestly, if you're this bitter, it's kind of sad. Maybe I should have told you face-to-face after all. It's a shame I can't see your expression. WhatsApp doesn't let me see your reactions, and that's no fun. Maybe I should have met you in person to see your real-time disappointment. You must have a lot of free time to go out of your way to tell me this. I really don't get why you'd reach out just to say this. So, what exactly are you trying to tell me? Are you truly proud of marrying him? Trying to keep calm is just painful to watch. I can see right through you, so don't bother forcing it. It's obvious you're shaking inside, and honestly, it's amusing. You must be incredibly frustrated, right? There's no need to put on a front. Thinking that way is just your own fantasy, don't you think? I really don't feel anything about it. More than that, why did you even bother telling me about your marriage? I don't see how your wedding has anything to do with me. Well, I thought I'd be nice and invite you to the wedding out of pity. I'll let you see me in the bride's seat you were supposed to have. Doesn't that sound like the best entertainment? Don't you have an obligation to see it for yourself? I don't think I have any such obligation. I have no intention of going to your wedding, and I don't see why I should attend. I'm not so idle that I'd entertain your self-satisfaction. Why not? Come to the wedding and show that loser face of yours. Seeing your ex happy with another woman would be a good life lesson, don't you think? It's guaranteed to be the best entertainment, and I'm looking forward to it too. You know, I've always wondered, why do you see me as such an enemy? You pretend to be friendly on the surface, but you talk behind my back and spread rumors. If there's a reason, I'd like to hear it. Is it because Michael confessed his feelings to me back then? Did that make you start disliking me? Huh, Michael? Why are you suddenly bringing him up? I can't believe it. You really think the world revolves around you, don't you? Well, didn't you like him? After he asked me out, your attitude toward me turned sour. Just so you know, I didn't try to flirt or anything. I mean, I'd never even talked to him. So getting confessed to out of nowhere was honestly scary. And I turned him down, so I don't see why you'd hold a grudge against me. That's exactly what ticks me off. The senior I liked asked you out. And instead of being happy, you turned him down like he disgusted you. What does that make me? So you've been holding a grudge against me all these years? That's honestly scary. Oh, and now that I think of it, you stole the bag I bought with my part-time job money, didn't you? You're still going on about that? I told you, it just so happened we bought the same bag. I was the one who felt uncomfortable with it matching yours. Then why didn't you show me the serial number? You could have proven your innocence right away. Well, I lost the bag before I could show it. You said you threw away the box and receipt, and you forgot where you bought it, right? You also said there was no purchase record. Isn't it all just a bit too convenient? It's strange that there's nothing left to prove your innocence. Honestly, it just seems like you were trying to hide the evidence by getting rid of it. If you truly bought it legitimately, you wouldn't have erased all the proof, would you? Don't you understand why people might suspect you? You're really persistent. What's so fun about calling me a thief? And you lost your bag too, so we're in the same situation, aren't we? If anything, I'd say I'm the victim here. Do you think I enjoy being accused of something like this? Have you ever thought about my rights? It's disgusting. Because of your accusations, people were giving me strange looks. I'm the one truly inconvenienced by being falsely accused like this. Fine. In the end, this is all from high school, and there's no point arguing over it now, right? But how people see you now might just be a result of your own attitude and actions. Don't you think? The way you acted in the past might be what's leading to how people view you now. I'm honestly not that concerned about it anymore, but as long as you keep coming at me, I have plenty to say. Don't joke around. You're the one falsely accusing people and then saying, fine, whatever. That's pretty messed up. And calling it just something from back then might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me. You really don't care how much your actions have hurt others, do you? Guess it fits your rotten personality. But since I did steal your fiancé, I suppose I could apologize for that. My bad. If you're truly sorry, maybe you should drop the sarcastic tone and offer a real apology. If you can't do that, then I'd rather you never contact me again. I'm honestly sick of this back and forth filled with jabs. If you don't plan to reflect on your actions, at least stop dragging me into it. I just want peace, and I've had enough of you disturbing it. If you really hate it that much, then how about this? If you agree to come to the wedding, I promise not to contact you again. I'll let you see me sitting in the bride seat where you were supposed to be. If you just sit quietly, watch the ceremony, and leave like a good loser, I'll call it quits. But if you can't do that, I might just keep bugging you, so keep that in mind. So, what'll it be? Which option do you prefer? You're really persistent. If you're going to push this hard, then I have no choice. Fine, I'll attend. I'll see firsthand just how much you brag. But understand that just because I attend your wedding, it doesn't change anything. If you're happy, then that's all that matters, right? If attending will satisfy you, I'll go, but don't expect too much. Great! Having the loser attend the wedding is the best surprise. Just imagining the look on your face makes me laugh. Make sure to show me your pitiful expression. I'll be looking forward to it. This will be the best entertainment, so come prepared. I can't believe you're actually coming, just as I planned. Yeah. I'll be there with my wonderful husband, so don't be too shocked. What? I'm looking forward to your reaction. I'll show you that I can outshine your best entertainment. Now then, I'm excited to see just how much happiness you really have. What's that supposed to mean? You're not just putting on a front, are you? There's no way you have a husband. It's just you trying to act tough, isn't it? Thinking you can compete with my high-spec guy? You don't know your place. I can't believe you'd have a man like that, so try not to make a fool of yourself.
Madeline, it's Charles. It's been a long time, huh? I'm messaging because I have something important to talk about.
What?
Amelia told me you're still hung up on me. Sorry, but I'm with Amelia now, so please move on.
How did you get my contact info? Did Amelia give it to you?
Oh, you changed your number?
No, I didn't change it.
What's going on? Madeline, you seem so put together. But you've got these ditzy moments too. It's kind of cute. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to lead you on or anything. Anyway, Amelia is everything to me now. I did love you, Madeline, but sorry, I just can't return those feelings. I wanted to tell you that. I know it's hard, but I hope you can be happy for me and Amelia.
I see. Thanks for letting me know. Of course, I wish you both well.
Madeline...
What?
No, it's just seeing you try so hard is a little painful. But I hope you understand. I'm really sorry.
I told you, I'm not bothered at all. I really think you two make the perfect couple. I'm looking forward to the wedding. Madeline, I finally got to be the bride I always dreamed of. This is the brightest moment of my life. Well, don't I look beautiful in my wedding dress? Yes, that's right. The venue and the dress are so flashy and extravagant. It's clear you spared no expense. Setting up a place like this to show off is very you. But if that's what happiness looks like for you, then that's fine. It's exactly the kind of wedding I'd expect from you. Right? I'm glad you finally understand. This lavish, almost celebrity-style wedding, it's perfect for me, isn't it? It was all worth it, putting everything together for this day. This is the kind of wedding that suits me, don't you think? Maybe common folks can't quite grasp it, though. Yeah, I suppose so. But anyway, it's good you're enjoying yourself. All this extravagance might be a bit too dazzling for you, though. By the way, who's that handsome guy next to you? I don't recognize him. I didn't expect you to have someone so charming by your side. I thought you'd be alone, but I'm surprised. Oh, him? He's my husband. I told you before I'd bring him to the wedding. You had plenty to say, but I'm glad I could introduce him to you here today. I wanted you to see him. Huh? What are you talking about? Just 6 months ago, Charles dumped you. There's no way you found someone new and got married so fast. That's just unbelievable. People don't normally recover that quickly. And I can't imagine you finding someone that impressive. Oh, I get it. He's a rental boyfriend, isn't he? Wow, going so far to keep up appearances? It's actually sad to watch. The fact that you have to go to such lengths just to show how miserable you are? I almost feel sorry for you. Paying someone to be with you? It's desperate and laughable. That's not the case. If you think that way, then didn't you also marry Charles after only 6 months? Normally, people would take more time to think it over, so aren't you in the same situation? It's amazing you can say all that without a hint of self-awareness. Of course! I mean, guys as high spec as him aren't easy to find. An elite with a top university degree, working at a major company, and his family's rich. He's perfect. I had to marry him before he slipped away. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be saying this to someone who got dumped by such a catch. But really, that must be tough. You know, we're at that age now, right? You know, the so-called late 20s, and then to be dumped after dating him for 4 years? That's the worst. I feel for you. But hey, there's always next time. I'm rooting for you, so hang in there. I told you, I'm already married. Huh? Are you still keeping this up? This is getting pathetic. Then go ask one of our mutual friends. Are you still saying that? Then is it actually true? That's what I've been saying this whole time. Oh, I get it. You rushed to find a guy after I stole your fiancé. Sure, he might be handsome, but looks not everything, right? In the end, it's not about looks, but financial stability. Well, he's not just good looking, he's financially stable too. He graduated from a top university, works for a major company, and his family's wealthy. Huh? What are you talking about? That's Charles's profile. What are you even saying? No, I'm talking about my husband. We've been together for 5 years now. We haven't even had any real arguments, and we're really happy. Huh? What? But I took your boyfriend, didn't I? No, you didn't. What are you talking about? Charles chose me. Amelia, are you sure you're not misunderstanding something? Charles was never my boyfriend, not even once. What? Then who is Charles? Who? He's your beloved husband, isn't he? That's not what I meant. You mean in relation to me? That's easy. He was just some guy who kept following me around. Basically a stalker. A stalker? Yes, as far as I know. He dropped out of high school and he was unemployed as of 6 months ago. Charles, there's something unbelievable. I have something I need to ask you.
What's up?
Madeline said something outrageous. I can't believe she'd say that just because she's jealous of me.
So, what did she say?
Well, it has to be a lie, right? There's no way it's true, right?
Huh? What is?
Madeline said that you're unemployed.
What? What's that about? No, I'm definitely working.
Right? I knew it. That girl was just being petty. She's such a pathetic woman.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time when I wasn't working, but I have a job now.
What? There was a time you weren't working? I heard you'd been working at the same place ever since you graduated.
Heard from who?
Not from anyone specifically, just, rumors. Anyway, answer my question. What do you mean there was a time when you weren't working?
Well, like I said, when I was younger, I jumped from job to job, so...
When you were younger? Wait a minute. You graduated from a top university, right?
Huh? No.
That's not true either? Don't tell me that you didn't go to university. Wait, this can't be true. You didn't drop out of high school, did you?
What's wrong with that?
Of course there's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? So, your job, what exactly do you do?
Well,
What? Just spit it out.
I'm a food delivery guy.
What?
But I'm working multiple jobs.
Multiple jobs? What else do you do?
Occasional day jobs here and there.
That's nothing to brag about.
Come on, I'm doing my best for you.
Doing your best? This isn't at all what I expected.
What's this all of a sudden? You told me, didn't you? That you don't care about a guy's status or financial situation. What mattered was having a good time, and you're happiest when you're with me.
I only said that to appeal to you. I thought you were an elite. No, I assumed you were an elite, so I didn't bother asking those questions. It was just to show I'm not like those gold-digging women.
What? How dare you?
That's exactly what I want to say to you. What am I supposed to do now after throwing such a flashy wedding?
I paid for the wedding, you know.
So what? You're the man, that's only natural. Stop acting like I owe you something.
What? I went into debt to cover those costs.
Seriously? You racked up debt just as we're about to kick off our married life? How stupid can you be?
You were the one who wanted a fancy wedding. So, as your husband, I thought I should make it happen, no matter what.
You should have said something. Then I would have realized my mistake and never married you in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh my god, this can't be happening. How did it come to this? Hey, I'm sorry to bother you when you're busy, but is something wrong? Something strange. It seems like there's a lot of commotion around. Did something happen? You! I can't believe this. To think you hid something like this from me. This is unbelievable. What? What happened? You knew, didn't you? That Charles was a stalker. I ended up marrying that guy because I was completely fooled. It's awful that you knew and didn't tell me. Because of you, this whole mess has become irreversible. My life is ruined because of you. It's not like I didn't want to tell you about it. Out of nowhere 6 months ago, you sent me a picture of you and Charles together. And it looked like you two were really close. You even declared that he was yours now. Of course, I was surprised. But I never thought you'd seriously start dating him. Even if he was a stalker, I figured if you were happy, then that was fine. What's that supposed to mean? This was a serious matter to me, and all you thought about was yourself. Well, to be honest, when I saw that picture of you two, I thought you actually looked kind of good together. He was just a stalker to me, but maybe he'd be different for you. And I figured some people might have that kind of compatibility. If you were happy, I thought that was enough. Excuse me? Saying we looked good together? That's beyond insulting. You knew he was low-spec, didn't you? There's no way someone like him would be a match for me. The fact that you'd so casually say something that disrespectful, what's wrong with you? The kind of partner I choose isn't someone you just settle for. Hey, Amelia, why are you so confident? Huh? What do you mean by that? I really don't want to say this. But Amelia, well, you're not exactly what anyone would call beautiful, right? You're not especially smart, and your personality isn't great either. You failed the college entrance exams, so you only have a high school diploma, and now you're working part-time at a supermarket, right? You tend to focus more on dragging others down than on improving yourself. To be honest, you're on about the same level as Charles. No, at least he's just delusional. He's not the type to drag others down. In that sense, you're even lower than him. What? How dare you? I mean, didn't anyone around you say anything? I wouldn't be surprised if some of our mutual acquaintances had mentioned it to you. No, no one said a word. You must be really disliked. Shut up! What am I supposed to do now? We've already registered our marriage. Does this mean I'm going to end up divorced? This can't be happening. Well, if you can manage to get divorced, that is. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You'll understand soon enough. can't handle him anymore. I have no idea what goes on in his mind.
What happened?
Charles said that if we divorce, I have to pay back all the money he spent on me so far. He kept records of every single date, every gift, right down to the last cent. And that's not all. He's even billing me for the interest on his credit installments. What is wrong with him?
Why are you telling me this?
He's your stalker, isn't he?
No, he's your husband.
Don't mess with me. This can't be true.
Why don't you just go to the police?
It's impossible. Legally, we're married and I can't do anything. Even if I consult a lawyer, they say a divorce would be messy and I'd be at a disadvantage. I don't even have the money to cover lawyer fees.
Sounds tough.
You say that like it's none of your business.
Well, it is none of my business.
Do something. You could at least cover the lawyer fees or something.
And why should I have to do that?
Because you're well off. Why does everything go your way? You could help me out a little.
Oh, of course. I'd help a friend in need.
Then...
But you're not my friend, are you? Have you forgotten all the harassment you put me through?
How dare you? Why would you say something like that?
I'm confused too. How can you play the victim like this?
Fine, I don't need your help, but remember this. I won't let things end this way. Hey, listen. I came up with the most brilliant idea. I really am a genius.
Wow, you're in an unusually high mood. Did you make up with your husband?
Of course not. Quite the opposite. I thought I'd let you make up with him instead.
What do you mean?
I had a serious talk with that man. I mentioned to him that I don't deserve him. The type of woman he should be with is someone like you. With tears in my eyes, truly Oscar-worthy acting, he bought it completely and with a serious face. He actually said, I understand. I completely get how you feel, Emilia. I had to hold back my laughter, so that's that. I'm returning that stalker creep to you. Or hey, wanna trade him for your current guy? Wouldn't that be a better match for both of us?
Jesus, doing something like that? It's exactly as I expected.
Of course, outsmarting you is too easy. Huh? Wait a minute. What do you mean by exactly as expected? Shouldn't it be totally unexpected? You're so flustered you're making typos.
No, it's not a typo. It really was exactly as expected.
Huh? That's just sour grapes. Why don't you just admit defeat? Hey, what is this? Why am I going through this? I don't understand at all.
What now?
Why is that man clinging to me even more than before? I thought I'd passed him off to you.
I told you before, it was exactly as I expected.
What does that mean? Explain it to me.
Well, do you have any idea how many years I put up with your harassment? It was obvious you tried to push him back onto me. So I went ahead and contacted him first. I told him I've known you since high school, that you lack confidence and tend to act self-destructively, that you make choices that lead you to unhappiness, and that only he has the power to rescue someone as unfortunate as you.
What?
See, Charles has a bit of an obsessive side, doesn't he? He kept pressing me with things like, you really like me, don't you? Or you're being blackmailed by that guy, aren't you? And the tricky part is that he seems to thrive on obstacles.
What do you think happens when I tell someone like that only you can save her? The more you reject him, the more determined he becomes. What were you thinking doing something like this? How could you lie like that? This is too much. Do you realize just how horrible this is? I can't believe you'd do something like that so casually. Do you even understand what your lies have done to my life? Why would you do this to me? Do you honestly think I deserve this? Amelia, maybe you should take a moment to reflect on your own actions. You're the one who spread rumors about me, trying to make everything go your way. Don't tell me you've forgotten. I've put up with it for so long, and now that I've fought back just a little, you're making a huge fuss. Isn't that a bit selfish? If you even slightly understood the pain and stress I've endured, don't you think a bit of payback like this is perfectly fair? Huh? What you've done to me was unbearable. You kept saying it was within the bounds of what's acceptable while tearing people down as you pleased. But now that it's happening to you, suddenly you're playing the victim. If you've felt even a fraction of what I did, that's enough for me. Have you finally thought about reflecting on your actions? Don't be ridiculous. It doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. Don't you understand that? Do you have any idea how much damage you've caused me? Are you just going to pretend it never happened? You probably think it was just a little lie, but my whole life was on the line. Well, maybe you won't ever understand. You spread rumors about me all this time, thinking it would put you above me. But unfortunately for you, I'm not that forgiving. No matter how many lies you spread, no one ever truly believed you. If anything, it only hurt your own reputation. Are you even aware of that? Fine. You're right. I admit I went too far. So, can we work this out somehow? I'm apologizing, so please help me. I'm really reflecting on my actions. I won't do anything bad anymore. I don't need your apology. No matter what you say now, my feelings won't change. All the things you took from me, everything you gained, I thought none of it mattered to you. Why don't you actually take care of Charles? He's supposed to be your ideal husband, isn't he? You're out of your mind. Are you seriously saying that? Instead of helping me, you're giving me such cold words. Cold? Compared to what you put me through, I think I'm being quite calm. Amelia, be happy with Charles. This is the path you chose, so from now on, it's yours to carry. Make sure to take full responsibility from here on out. It seems Amelia has found herself in a truly dire situation, completely isolated. Although she started off confident, when she realized Charles' obsessive nature, she may have slowly begun to regret her choices. No matter how much she tries to mask it, his persistence and self-centered personality remain unchanged. It seems she has no allies left around her anymore. And even those friends who once tolerated her arrogance are gradually distancing themselves from her. Charles acts like a kind husband in public, but at home, that mask slips away. He interrogates Amelia over trivial matters, makes unreasonable demands, and her life changes completely based on his moods. Since his income is unstable, all the costs of the extravagant wedding and the living expenses are falling on Amelia. She's tried reaching out to me, desperate to return to her old life. But the reality she's facing now is simply the result of her own selfishness and pride, which hurt others. She's doing everything she can to escape Charles. But already burdened by debt, she doesn't seem to have any way out. I recently learned that he's been making it clear that if Amelia wants to go, she has to pay him back every penny he's invested in her. It's as if he sees their marriage as some kind of investment project. There's no way Amelia could ever pay back that money or meet his demands. Escaping from this will be no easy task for her. But I feel no sympathy and see it as her own doing. As for me, I'm, of course, living happily. A new life is growing inside me, and it looks like things will be getting much livelier from now on.